Welcome, everyone, to Arlington, Texas at AT&T Stadium, site of this year's Goodyear Cotton Bowl, part, of course, of the college football playoff. It's time now for the quarterfinals, for the top 4 seeds, a time to begin their quest for the national championship. But they run into a battle-tested team already coming off one playoff victory, trying to shock the world here today and make the semifinals. As we'll see the number 7 seed in this playoff, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on the number 2 seed in the playoff, the LSU Tigers. 3A Sports College Football. I'm Chris Fowler here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. We'll see which team's going to be moving on. Team out there, we're ready to rumble for this college football playoff game. Returner decides to fair catch this. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. And the freshman brings him down quickly.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively. I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
And it works. The first down to the 35.
Chris, I know we think about LSU, we go back to 2019, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, that dynamic offense. But at the end of the day, it's still LSU. It's still the SEC. And ground and pound is something they will never move away from. Great job here, and move the sticks.
That's incomplete, even on a first down pass attempt. He felt heavy pressure. So second down after the incompletion. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. On the move, looking deep. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's third down.
How about that? First play of the game in a playoff game, you take a shot downfield and you hit it for big yards. Now you got some momentum here early in the game.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Caught over the middle. It's Green. They keep the drive going. It's a first down at the 46.
Oh, the defense. They get this offense to a third down early in the game, a chance to get them off the field. But instead, this quarterback shows you why they've had such a great year with a conversion.
Play action here on first down. And he fires the football to the right side. Oh, and it's dropped right off his hands. A chance for a big play, but little early nerves on the part of that receiver.
Boy, you find a one-on-one matchup just like this, even though it's the first play of the game, and you attack downfield. Regardless of the situation, when you see a matchup as a quarterback, you take advantage of it. What a way to get started here for this offense.
Seventh play now, the opening drive, but it's third and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Quarterback escapes the pocket. Incomplete for a third straight play.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
And he's throwing for it on fourth down. Running out of time in the pocket. They can't connect. A costly turnover on downs.
Interesting call here early, showing that they're coming in with an aggressive mindset, but they come up short of the first down.
And now from the pistol formation. Keeping it on the ground here. And they'll tackle him for... $5 yards. Now it's second down here. They'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground. And just a short gain this time. They're able to get him down. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. He pulls it in for a big gain. An explosive play. They'll finally make the tackle down at the 27-yard line.
Well, this is why this guy's one of the top wide receivers in college football. It's 3rd down. The defense knows you're probably going to go to him, and they still can't stop him from coming down with a big play.
QB decides to keep it here. Breaks a tackle on the play and makes a decent gain.
Man, every single time this guy runs the option, you're kind of like holding your breath, wondering if he's going to break a tackle or get out in the open field and use his speed. He picks up some yards here, but let's see if this defense can keep putting pressure on him and not letting him get out into the open.
There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
On first down, it's play action. He's moving out of the pocket. Tackle just short of the goal line at the 1. What a run.
Well, this offense was looking for a big play, and I think this quarterback's eyes lit up when he realized there's nobody in front of him. He takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, this is what I love to see from a defense, is the linebackers are scraping, doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
Backed up to the 5-yard line now for 2nd and goal. Here's a run to the left, looking for the touchdown. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Hey, the defense is doing everything that they can to try to keep these guys out of the end zone. Now we've got a big 3rd down coming up.
They've moved it to the 3. Now it's 3rd and goal. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Touchdown, Tar Heels. Solid debut for this offense.
Oh, just outstanding execution here by this offense. The offensive line gives the quarterback time, and the quarterback's anticipation was on point. Puts that ball right in the money. The receiver, all he had to do was turn and catch the ball for that touchdown.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. Last time they gambled and lost. Went for it in 4th down in their territory and got stopped. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on 1st down.
Well, this defense has been incredible all year long, and they continue to be that way in the postseason. Just getting after this offense, whether it's putting pressure on the quarterback, great coverage downfield. Right now, they are dominating this game.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now 3rd down coming up.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only are they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the 3rd down pressure worked.
I see what the quarterback's trying to do here. He's holding on to that football to the last possible second to give that play a chance. But he held it just a little bit too long, And the defense is able to hit him to force that incompletion.
Tries the right with a quick throw. It is complete. What a grab by the receiver right near the sideline.
Boy, the defense was in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on 4th down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a 1st down.
Off the play fake, looking to throw on 1st down. And now the ball comes out. A disastrous play from the start.
Maybe you punt. Maybe you punt instead.
I think that's on the quarterback and the offensive line. They were breathing down this quarterback's neck before he could even recognize that they were there, and they were able to knock it loose.
And the North Carolina offense is back out there on the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. And the running back takes the handoff. Finds room at the 30. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. So they trust the left side of that offensive line and come up with a huge play on the ground.
Yeah, your favorite, Chris, there. The old pin and pull there to the left side. Great blocking on the left side, able to create a great push. Nice crease, and the back found that with the vision and picks up some big yards for that 1st down.
Finding enough space for a solid game before they stop him.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Looking to scramble. He lets it go on the move. Makes the catch. Can he get in? And they stop him just short of the end zone. The offense set up with a 1st and goal now.
And the defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a 1st down.
Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
And looks like the quarterback's going to run it. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina.
Chris, that's what I love about this quarterback. It's a great touchdown, but he shows you his versatility. We know he can throw it, but here he shows you his speed and how he can make the defense pay for that as well.
With the extra point, the lead is 14. Here's the kickoff team now, set to move this one away. He'll call for the fair catch here. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. Last possession, they fumbled it away, and it set up a touchdown drive. And they bounce back from that right away. Going to try to use his legs here. Breaks loose at the 40. He called his own number. And the freshman QB keeps this drive moving. Game moves the ball to the 43. 1st down coming up.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first...
Trying to create outside the pocket, but they've got him for a sack.
Well, that's their 2nd sack already in this game right now. And this offensive coordinator, he's going to have to come up with some changes in pass pro. Keep a tight end in, roll the quarterback out, anything they can do to help him out. Otherwise, this poor guy's going to spend his entire playoff experience on his back.
Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Lets it go quickly. Easy throw to a wide open receiver downfield. That is a big play. Finally brought down at the 44.
Well, how about that? Another LSU wide receiver makes a big-time catch for the Tigers offense. Just a couple names to throw out. How about OBJ? How about Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase, who right now arguably two of the top receivers in the NFL, all from LSU. And watching this young man right here, he's hoping he's next in line.
Here's the handoff. You make the tackle, but that's an excellent gain. Moves the ball to the 33.
Chris, it feels good to see an LSU team be able to run the football when you know they're going to run. I mean, they've been doing that forever, going all the way back to Jacob Hester and Kevin Falk. His ability to run the ball and catch out of the backfield. Leonard Fournette. And, of course, Clyde Edwards-Helaire on that great 2019 team. And now, LSU stable of backs again on this roster, too.
First down. Looking to throw the football. Bringing pressure. Got him for a sack. A big play made by one of the senior leaders of this defense.
I can't believe the amount of pressure this defense is getting on this quarterback. Sack after sack. Boy, you got to think about changing things up. The snap count, the scheme, anything at all to help this offensive line. They're overmatched so far in this game.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create.
Well, that's a big-time scramble by that quarterback. My gosh, if you're the defensive coordinator, you got to be scratching your head. Get him at second and forever. You take away everything downfield, and this guy picks up these yards by running the ball. Now, it's third down. You better make up for it right here.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. And he'll lost it to the end zone. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up fourth down.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. They got to be thinking about going for this on fourth and short.
Throws it to the right. And they can't complete it. It's a turnover on downs. Defense stepping up there.
I really thought that this was going to work out, showing an aggressive approach here, going for it on fourth down. Looked to be there. They just weren't able to complete it.
And here comes the North Carolina offense back out onto the field. They really built momentum in this game. They've been hard to stop. Can the defense make some adjustments, come up with a stop here?
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. They'll take a deep shot. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
That offensive coordinator is going to have some choice words for his quarterback over the phone on the sideline after that throw. You have to be more careful with the football.
First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. He's looking to scramble. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. Offense getting set. It's second down. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Breaking free at the 35. Slides down to avoid the tackle. This offense has gotten going at long last. It's another first and 10. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. He bought some time, now lets it go. He finds his man, and he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage. Good work to get the foot down after the grab. This running back, Kirk, might have been spending some time with those receiver drills.
Yeah, as you know, Chris, these running backs anymore in college football, they are really like glorified wide receivers because not only do they have to be excellent runners, but as you see here, the ability to be able to catch the ball and then the awareness to get a foot down to be able to stay in bounds for a nice gain.
They convert here on third down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. On third and short, they hand the ball off. And he takes it into the end zone, but hold on. There's a flag down. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Now it's third and short from the 21. Defense trying to make a stand here and prevent a touchdown. Dropping back, we're going to throw for the first down. It's a highlight reel diving catch there. A chance to get right back into this football game. It's first down and goal. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. And he's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
A pretty good push up front here by this offensive line to get some positive yards here. You wonder if they're going to be able to run it in, or they're going to have to spread this defense out and try to find a one-on-one matchup to put the ball through the air for the touchdown.
They're going to score. They'll run it to the left side. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2.
Good job by the offensive line. You get some positive yards, but not quite into the end zone. Now we're going to have a 3rd and goal.
And the defense brings him down.
Chris, this sets up a little bit of trauma here in this playoff game. Now we've got a 4th and goal. You're down.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Here comes the point after attempt. With the extra point, they're down 14-7 now. Now they get set to kick it away. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And the Tar Heels offense is back out on the field. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession, ended in a pick. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Just trying to get rid of it. And it's incomplete. Even in a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure.
Well, sometimes an answer for an offensive coordinator against a good pass rush is to move the launching point. Move the quarterback from one spot to another to affect the rhythm of the pass.
Breaks clear. End zone ahead. Out past the 30. Crosses the 10. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, UNC.
What a touchdown. Anytime you see a play go for that many yards, everything has to come together. The offensive line did their job, the running back's vision and instincts and speed, and the play caller setting up the perfect personnel group, formation, and play call. It all came together, and they get the big score.
With the extra point, the lead is 14. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. Throws a bullet to the right. Aggressive call, a deep shot on first down, but incomplete.
Most offensive coaches, they're going to be happy taking those 50-50 shots against man. But I'm curious to see if they're going to test this defensive back again because of the excellent coverage he's having out there.
QB tries it again here on 2nd and 10. Wow, back-to-back deep shots. The catch is made for a huge pickup. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Tigers. And they'll set up for the PAT. The extra point is good. Down by a touchdown, 21-14. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. And the North Carolina offense is back out there on the field. We have a shootout developing here. Each offense scoring a touchdown in their last possession. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
The gain makes it 2nd and medium. Quarterback drops back. He's moving out of the pocket now. Nobody open downfield. He just throws it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Fires it on the move. Makes the catch downfield. Big play across midfield. They'll spot it near the 36.
Boy, nice job here by this offense, creating an opportunity for this receiver to excel after the catch. It's early in this game, so this defense better get their arms around this receiver because he could be a monster today.
Quick throw complete to the tight end. Tackle made after a big gain. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything seems to be working. The coordinator is calling good plays. The quarterback and the rest of his receivers and running backs are executing. And frankly, this defense is showing almost no resistance.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Looking to the end zone. Looking for a touchdown, but it's incomplete.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. And it's the senior getting home with the sack. And now the defense will call a timeout here to make an adjustment on their side before this crucial play. The decision is not to go for it on 4th down. Here comes the field goal team. This will be a 37-yard attempt. And it sails right through the middle of the uprights. Solid kick. And they add to their lead. So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for 3, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. 1st down, looking to throw the ball. He's moving out of the pocket. Good protection there. Now finally throws it to the right. And the offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. So with only a few seconds left in the half, the field goal unit comes out of the field. And he's got it from 49 yards out. What a powerful kick. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. All right, let's get the second half going now. The kickoff team is out there. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. And here comes the North Carolina offense back out onto the field. First play of the second half, they keep it on the ground. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Well, here's the first play to start this second half, and it's really more the same of what we saw in the first half. Really no need to make drastic changes. What you were doing in that first half gave you the lead. Just keep working on it.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. He's brought down, but not before the gain to the 42-yard line.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
2nd down after that previous play. And they'll give it to the back. Trucks through the defender. Makes the first down, but pays a price. Big hit there at the end.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball
can break off some big-time runs. That makes him block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Receiver makes the catch. That's a big gain deep into enemy territory. Ball down near the 30. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the first.
Finding space at the 20. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Tar Heels.
Chris, he broke free from the line of scrimmage. I thought he might have a 10 or 15-yard gain, but he shows you the speed that he has to take it all the way to the house.
And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And here's the fair catch by the return man. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. Tough to win these games kicking field goals. They know they need to reach the end zone this time. And he can't escape. It's a sack for the defense. So from the 18-yard line, it's second and long.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
Big chunk play. This offense operating at peak efficiency. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Off the play fake on first down. Looking to throw it deep. Receiver makes the grab inside the 15.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Great move there. Tackled at the 1-yard line. Couldn't quite get in, but an excellent run.
Well, at this stage of the game, this offense is clearly thinking it's 4-down territory. They need points on the board, and they need them in a hurry.
Here we go. 1st and goal. A touchdown here gets them right back into this game. Touchdown, LSU. This game is far from over. That's a crucial response for this offense, but still plenty of work to do here in the 3rd period.
Well, I love that they're still fighting and competing. You can tell they've made some adjustments at half and try to get them back into this game. And that score is a great start.
Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Tar Heels offense is back out on the field. In the last possession, the defense just had no answer for this powerful ground game. Let's see what they can do this time. And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. The pocket breaking down. They've got him. Defense comes up with a sack. So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. He's looking deep here. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a 4th down. And the Tar Heels will line up to punt it away.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on third down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big fourth down coming up.
And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. The last possession was a passing game clinic. They moved it right down for a touchdown. Can they keep it going? Takes it inside the 40. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
That's a football play right there, Chris. This one takes me back a little bit. Toss sweep to the right. Get the ball into your back's hands. Get a lot of people out in front. Control the line of scrimmage. How about the wide receivers? They're doing a nice job blocking downfield. Almost felt like half the offense was out in front of him, giving him a chance to pick up some big yards.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They'll hand it off. And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Made the defense look slow that time. Simple throw, all the yards after the catch. Explosive play by the receiver to score.
Just a dynamic, athletic playmaker. As simple as you said, Chris, just throw him the football, he makes a catch, and then all the fireworks are after the catch, and this defense just unable to corral him.
That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And the North Carolina offense is back out there on the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. That's a solid gain, moves the ball to the 29.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Back behind the quarterback, aligned in the pistol. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Tackle made to the 41. That's a nice gain.
Every now and then, we see a really good run. We tend to focus on what other people did in order for that run to happen, what the offensive line did. Maybe the receivers are blocking good on the edge. Sometimes the running back is pretty good, too. And on that play, he picked up a lot of yards and made that happen with good effort.
He's brought down, but not before getting into enemy territory at the plus 47. And the Tar Heels come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Pressure is coming. And that's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time, they got to him and forced that incompletion.
That's caught. It's Green. They get him down, but the game moves the ball to the 37.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a first down.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And he's brought down after a short gain. Does not make the first down yardage. Important second down play coming up. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Tackled after a short return to the 23. Nice play by this defense.
Boy, Chris, he hesitated just enough to give the defense a chance to get in position and come up with a big turnover.
First down here for this offense. On the handoff, they'll test the right side here. Breaking free at the 35. He has first down yardage at the 46. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. Running game is working. They'll stick with it on first down. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Short connection to the tight end here. That's a big hit at the end, but leaving a fresh set of downs.
With that completion right there, this quarterback now has gone over 300 yards in this game. What a day.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Looking for his big tight end. And he finds a wide open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. Finally get him way down at the 2. Nice pitch and catch.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
First and goal. The offense with an opportunity for a go-ahead score here in the final minutes. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1. All right, 2nd down and goal now for this offense. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Touchdown, Tigers. They jump in front here in the 4th. They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT is up and good. They lead by a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. Kickoff team is on the field. See if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback. They'll start at the 25. And here comes the North Carolina offense back out onto the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. Breaking free at the 35. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. And that big gain moves the ball across midfield all the way to about the 36. Well, the big fellow's Kirk flowing to the right there. The defense just has no answer. It's a huge gain.
Yeah, and what a patience there by the running back, just allowing those blocks to be set up there off to the right, and then once he saw the crease in the defense, accelerates through that hole to show you what kind of speed he has for a big gain and a first down.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Let's it fly to the wideout. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. The tackle is made, but the gain sets the offense up. First and goal from the 9.
Chris, to me, it looked like the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the ball from the time he got the snap. His receiver does a nice job of creating separation almost immediately on that corner route.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. So off the loss, it's 2nd and goal from the 11. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Looking for 6. And the pass is incomplete just across the goal line.
That ball just seemed to sail on it. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch in bounds, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
Trying to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Trying to extend the play. On the run here. Lets it go. Caught on the outside. It's Green.
Well, Chris, it's crunch time here. That 3rd down did not work out. It sets up a big-time 4th down late in the game. What will be the call here to get the ball into the end zone?
So trailing in the final quarter of a close game, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. They go with a direct snap. Oh, they've stopped him short. What a 4th down play, and they will take over on downs now.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decided to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did it.
It's a short game, but look at that defense swarm to the football.
Well, this is where you really rely on your offensive line. Late in the game, you got the lead. You got to run the football. They know you're going to run the football. Get behind that big offensive line, run that running back, make sure he protects the football. You got a great chance at a victory.
Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the 1st down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Keep it on the ground to work the clock here. In the clear at the 25. Huge play. They finally get him down, but he's all the way up to midfield. Now they can open up the playbook.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Tailback takes the handoff again. Looks like a man is down in the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. He's escaping the pocket now. Pass is caught right near the sideline. What a catch. Does get the foot down.
Well, I'll tell you what, this guy's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. And here we are, late in the game. He needs to continue to play with that consistency. That's a great example that he's up to.
And he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play.
Just keep churning these yards out. Playing with a lead here late in the football game. At the very least, you're thinking about making this a 2-possession game with a field goal. But keep eating that clock.
LSU has moved into the red zone. They'll feed the back again. Breaking tackles. They get the senior to the ground, but it's a nice run there.
Total control right now, Chris. You just got to assume. Just keep running the football. You look at the clock, in their favor. You look at the field position where they are, obviously in their favor. So it just makes sense. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock because you got everything working in your direction.
Ball carrier brought down at the 4. Offense in great scoring position here. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. 2nd down and goal. Trying for the touchdown, they'll test the left side. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. And the offense facing a 3rd and goal from a long way away. And the quarterback dropping back. The pass rush closing in. And the defense stops him there on the scramble, close to the goal line, but not in. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. So on 4th down, it's an all-important field goal attempt. Hold your breath here. It's good right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. Getting set to kick off after extending the lead with a field goal. The offense knows they have a long way to go and not much time to get there. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. And the Tar Heels offense is back out on the field. Last possession, they went for it on 4th down, but got stoned. Let's see what they can do this time. Defense is coming after him. Breaking free at the 35. Slides to avoid the big hit. The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly. Looking to throw it on 1st down. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on 1st down. 2nd down after the incompletion. From the shotgun, drops back. And the clock winding down. They'll take a deep shot. That's the 3rd pick tonight thrown by this QB. Can he take it all the way? Finally able to take him down, but that's a great return after the pick.